It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got CeeDee Lamb. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Lions, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin with you on a Saturday night here in Dallas. CeeDee, it's been a wild and unpredictable season. A lot of teams getting ready for the playoffs, jockeying for position, and this, a good one here in the NFC.
A real good one, because these two teams, they think big. They think about going out and playing bigger games, and also think about these two on Thanksgiving. Both of them hosting, now they're going head-to-head in a matchup that we've been eagerly anticipating.
It's a late season Saturday night in Dallas. The Lions, the Cowboys underway here in Week 17. Williams now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Down to about the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 38. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The give, right side.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but...
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Prescott down. That is caught. Schoonmaker. Touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop them in order to have a good performance.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And he's going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. From the 50, it's Goff. He's got it to Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Another run for Gibbs here. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Goff now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title, And you're right. You love having easy games on your schedule, but you need...
Oh, a solid stiff arm. It's an open field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to that lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Williams fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give. Here's Gibbs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff now to Gibbs. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On fourth down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing. Prescott. This is caught. It's close. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going So they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, kill.
They'll throw again. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play action now. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams to return. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And they'll run it with Gibbs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 161 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off target throws, no rhythm.